Michigan and Michigan State both kicked off their 2025 seasons with convincing wins, but don't let the box scores fool you. On paper, it looks simple. Two rivals, two dominant victories, two teams starting the year 1-0. But when you look closer, when you really dig into the film, you see two programs on completely different paths. The Wolverines won with offensive fireworks, a dazzling showcase of talent, and absolutely lit up the scoreboard. The Spartans, meanwhile, did it the old-fashioned way, with grit, physicality, and a defense that simply suffocated its opponent. So the real question isn't that they won, but how they won. Which approach is built to last? Which of these teams, after 60 minutes of football, actually looks more prepared for the brutal, unforgiving gauntlet of the Big Ten schedule? We're going to break down the film, the key players, and the critical coaching decisions to see which of these rivals flash the championship DNA they'll need for the long season ahead. Let's get into it. Welcome to Blue Collar Blitz. I'm your host, Maverick. Today we are going to be talking about the Michigan State versus Western Michigan game and Michigan versus New Mexico. You want to give some of your initial thoughts, Big O?
Both was decent games. It's the first game. One was more exciting than the other.
Absolutely.
One was most definitely more exciting than the other, but hey, we got a glimpse to see what this season gonna play out to be.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, Underwood, he did his thing.
Mm-hmm. There was a lot of hype coming in with him.
So, he kept his end of the bargain up, basically.
For sure.
A lot of people give somebody hype and we'd be disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
But he did his thing. I mean, he wasn't the only player, but we get into it. Let's go.
So going into this game, starting with Michigan, you got your true freshman, Bryce Underwood, coming in. A lot of hype all season long, or all off season long, I should say. And then your Alabama transfer running back, Justice Hayes. So everyone, they knew, you don't really know what to expect, but they kind of knew what they were getting, right? We just needed to see it through, make sure that, they were going to be firing on all cylinders for this first game. And from what I see based on the stats, it looks like they did just that. Meanwhile, Michigan State, we were more worried, our fan base was more worried about Aiden Childs and, okay, will he clean up the interceptions? Will he show the talent that we know he can be? And I feel like he did that, but he played more of a game manager role. So, I want to kind of compare and contrast the quarterback play between the two. I was actually shocked that they let Bryce throw 31 times. I know that, that's what you brought him there to do, but I'm so used to you guys being a run-first team.
Yeah, they switched it up a little bit because people watch film. So, they just switched it up and it worked. So, I mean,
Yeah. I mean, I'm not mad at the stats at all. He went 21 out of 31, 251 yards and a touchdown. One thing that I noticed in the first quarter while we were watching, he's very accurate. Kind of went a little downhill from there, but the first quarter he was laser sharp. Some of the receivers dropped some of the passes too,
exactly.
But
that was like right there,
True.
Like,
But I also noticed some throws that were high. And as a former receiver, I'm kind of looking at my quarterback like, bro, you setting me up for failure when you throw these high passes and got me crossing across the middle. So I don't want to critique him too bad. It's his first game, he's a true freshman, but we got to tighten that up.
Yeah.
So I do like the fact that you guys got a star in Haynes.
Yeah.
I mean, the first few minutes of their possession in the first quarter, dude, he had what was a 59-yard touchdown, right?
Yeah. Yeah, three. Yeah, I got three of them. So
three overall. Yeah, no, it was a 56-yard touchdown in the first quarter.
With 159 yards.
159 overall. Yeah, you guys got a nice little workhorse, averaging almost 10 yards a carry. This you guys got an exciting offense.
I wanted to keep it being exciting. I mean, we all want blowouts for both our teams, but
But you know what? I like the fact that your offense can win in so many different ways. Like, we can beat you in the air, we can beat you on the ground. let's move over to Michigan State. When we're looking at that, we were dominant on the ground, and they just had Childs, manage the games. He went 17 to 23. That's not bad. 155 yards and a touchdown. Some of those were due to the fact that the receivers couldn't really do anything after they got the ball. And like I said, it's still just the first game. But I do like that there were no picks. I don't think he took as many risks as he did last season. So he is maturing, and I like that. But the thing that I'm excited about is Frazier and Tullis coming out here. I mean, Frazier, 14 carries, 103 yards and a touchdown, and Tullis, 7 carries, 52 yards and a touchdown, averaging 7.4 yards a carry. We might have a little two-headed monster. We might be, I mean, I don't want to say we're going to mimic the Lions because we don't really have that super speed back like Gibbs, but I like the fact that we got a two-back system right now, and that may help Aiden get a little bit more comfortable with his throws because they're not only relying on you to score.
Yeah. I don't know. It was Western Michigan, but so I wasn't. It was harder to stay focused in this game. It was just so slow,
Yeah.
If that make any sense. But,
no, it definitely makes sense. You're expecting them to blow Western out of the water.
I mean, I was expecting a little more something,
Yeah.
But
yeah.
They did their part. They won, but I mean, I was expecting for a bigger score.
For sure. So we're looking at the offense. Obviously, Michigan has the more explosive offense versus Michigan State. I love the fact that our O-line gets after it with the run game. We got to tighten up with the pass protection, but we'll see what happens through the rest of the season. But the real story to me was the defense. Two totally different defenses that we were watching out there. Michigan State was absolutely suffocating Western Michigan. They were all over the place. We got Matthews got his first pick. They just could not move the ball. Western Michigan, I believe if I'm remembering correctly, we held them to 20. I want to say we held them to 20 yards. Was it 20 yards? It may have been negative. They could not run the ball at all.
Western Michigan had 217 total yards.
Yeah, but 188 were in the air. We held them to 29 rushing yards. So they could not run the ball on us at all.
They had 29.
Right. Yeah. They couldn't run the ball on us at all. Oh, no. I love to see that. We were you're not going anywhere. So that was exciting to see that, everyone's eye was on how will the O-line play? How will Aiden bounce back? Because we all remember last season, and the story ended up, becoming, oh my God, they might have a ferocious defense.
Mm-hmm. Well, Western, their best run was when they first had the ball. After that, it was State was nope, that's all you get. Boom, and shut them down. I was wow, they ain't give them no air.
Yeah. So I'm very, very happy to see that. And then, looking at Michigan, you guys kind of played a bend, don't break defense. We were both sitting in the bar together, mad, wondering why they could not stop, what was his name? Dorian Thomas.
Oh, they kept giving him the ball.
Bro, I'm like,
why they not covering this guy?
Yes, I'm like, I know I'm not the only person seeing how many times they're throwing to Thomas. You can't double him. He ended up with 10 receptions, 71 yards, and 2 touchdowns. But early in the game, I'm like, yo, that's the only guy that they're targeting. What are you guys doing?
Look, man, you was calling it too, because it's hey, Thomas open. Boom, they got him.
Right before he scored the touchdown, I was like, this play is going to Thomas. Yep. Watch, it's going to Thomas. Yep. Whatever the defensive coordinator called, if I'm a player on the field, I'm like, keep an eye on Thomas. If I'm the safety, if I'm the corner that's got to drop back, don't let Thomas get it. It's going to Thomas. It was so telegraphed. I'm like, it's going to Thomas, and he still caught the touchdown. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah, they got him.
I mean, they got their couple of picks. You know what I'm saying? So they did show that they can step up and play a little tougher when needed. But I was frustrated, and I know that sounds odd coming from an offensive player, but I love defense.
Yeah.
I want to see, interceptions and sacks and safeties and all of that. And I'm like, they just dinking and dunking you all the way down the field, and y'all not stopping it. I don't understand why they're still in the game. We're in the third quarter. Well, first let's start at the half. Before before Michigan scored again, I'm like, they're still in this game. You gonna let them stay in the game before halftime? Like, what's going on here? And then we're watching in the third quarter. We relocate, to another bar, and I look up at the score and I'm like, yo, it's still a 10-point game. Am I tripping?
Man.
Against New Mexico.
Of all.
Yeah. So just like with Michigan State, we like, it's Western. I'm looking at Michigan like, bro, y'all ranked. It's New Mexico.
Right. Oh, man.
What is going on?
Well, we got them to turn it over 3 times. So, I mean. For
sure. So when they need to, they can do it. There was a lot of sweating going on. There was a lot of sweating and a lot of swearing. Man, I didn't think they would lose, but I'm used to the old days of just blow the team out and move on with your life.
I'm still trying to get my voice back.
Yeah, we did a lot of screaming.
Man, there was a lot of screaming. That's a lot.
Right?
Trying to get the voice back out still. But
man.
It was something. So they going to have to do some little tweaks and figure out some stuff. I think both teams, Michigan and State, gonna be something to watch this year.
For sure. And while we're in the middle of this, if you're digging this kind of deep dive football analysis, do me a favor and smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. We're going to be breaking down the biggest games and the players you need to know all season long. Your support means everything, so thank you. Now let's flip this over to this controversial call that was made. This targeting call. I know what the rule says. If there's any helmet-to-helmet contact, it's targeting. But when I hear the word targeting, I feel like it needs to be intentional. I feel like you need to be headhunting when it comes to that. Yeah. And when I watch this replay, bro, I don't see the targeting.
I don't know.
And Michigan appealed it. They lost. Mm-hmm. So you guys won't have him for the first half of the Oklahoma game, and that's a huge loss because you guys are at Oklahoma. I mean, it'd be a huge loss, whether you're at Oklahoma or at home, but that's a big loss because he was all over the field. How do you feel about that with that call?
Well, I'm me. I'm one of the people I can get mad about it, but ain't nothing I can do to change it.
Yeah.
It's one of the things. If you breathe on somebody's helmet, it's targeting. So you just can't be close to nobody no more. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a matter of time. Flag football coming from.
Right. I can't get next to you, babe. I can't.
Oh, here we go.
I can't get next to you. Man, we can't tackle the guy.
Man, that's where we at right now. It's a matter of time. Tell you, it's gonna be 1 year. We're gonna be podcasting flag football.
Bro, I'm retiring.
Flag football coming out of Ann Arbor.
We're gonna have to switch topics. We're gonna have to go to what was our other YouTube idea we're talking about? Current events. We're gonna have to really flesh out that current events YouTube channel if we switch to flag football. I am not discussing flag football at all.
Man, we're like, man, did you see how he snatched his flag? He was so aggressive.
Yes. No, I can't do it. I can't. Everything that I thought about saying would have been inappropriate for this show, so I'm not gonna say it.
When he pulled his flag, he pulled his shorts. Oh no, he got yellow flagged on that one.
Oh my gosh, yeah, can't do it. I can't do it. I didn't agree with that at all, and that's going to be a huge loss. And I'm curious. I'm curious if Michigan is going to do more ground game until they can get him back, just to kind of keep the ball away from Oklahoma until he gets back in the second half.
Oh, I'm sure they will. Yeah, I'm sure they will. So
chew all of the clock until you get one of your top players back. Man. Chew all of the clock. Like, I wish it was a setting like in college football 26. You can just toggle it. Chew the clock. Just fast forward. Just hurry up. Fast forward through the game.
Man, they did that crap. They looking at that video like, man, it wasn't that bad.
Bro, I was at work last night watching it with some of my colleagues, and I'm like, I don't see targeting. Yes, I see where the helmet's touched, but he jumped up and he wrapped around his shoulders, and I'm like, okay, so I mean, how do you not touch helmets when you jump up and you wrap around the shoulders? Are you supposed to jump and tilt your head back, like, you know? Like, how are you supposed to hit them?
I'm gonna say this is not gonna be it for bad calls for Michigan, you know, because of all the stuff that went down. But I just think they're really trying to make an example out of U of M this year.
Yeah.
Hopefully it don't happen, but my gut feeling, and usually my gut is on point. So there's gonna be a lot of cussing.
You know, you won't be the only one cursing. I mean, I got reasons on my side. Like, so you'll be cursing because of the crazy calls. I'll be cursing because I know this is old school football. I don't have a problem with old school football, but we're in 2025. Michigan State has to find a way going forward to get explosive. I don't know how they're going to do it. We have a really, really good wide receiver room. We got to use them. I mean, we got Kelly that just transferred in, and he went off. We got to figure out a way to, I don't want to say get more out of him because he had 7 catches for 75 yards. And Nick Marsh, you know what I'm saying, he had 5 catches for 32, but I need a 250, 300-yard game from Childs. And I still want the 100 to 150 rushing yards from the running back. I love how aggressive our defense is. My concern after seeing us stall against Western Michigan is like, so what are you going to do against the tougher opponents? To not score anything in the second half is scary to me.
Well, I don't think if y'all didn't switch it up, I don't think Western would even score.
Well, no, they wouldn't have scored. Yeah, if we didn't put in our backup quarterback and tell him to throw the ball, no, I don't.
I didn't understand it, but I
mean, the conspiracy theory in me says that it was because we were winning on FanDuel with the spread. Yeah,
not today.
Yeah. You win it. FanDuel's about to lose how much? Go in the game and throw the ball. I didn't understand that at all. But
it didn't make no sense.
That's just the conspiracy theory in me. I have no evidence as to whether or not that's true or not. But yeah, that's where my mind is. But we got to figure it out. Coach Smith for Michigan State even said it in his press conference. He's like, we got to find more ways to be explosive and consistent on offense. You think? Like, of course we do. We didn't score at all in the second half against Western Michigan. Now, I'm not overly concerned about who we're getting ready to play the next couple weeks, you know, with Boston College and Youngstown State. But we got to fly to USC September 20th. And what we did Friday night is not going to work in Cali.
I mean, hey, you already got a week off. Y'all don't play this Saturday.
No, we play. We play at the same time. We both play Saturday around 6:30. We play Boston College. Yeah.
They didn't show up.
Yeah, we play Boston College at home. Do I want to go? Do I want to drive up there?
Where?
To East Lansing. Do we want to drive up there? Because Michigan is gone. They won't be here, so we can't drive there.
No.
I mean, we could, but.
Nah.
Do I want to? We got to make one of these games. I've already let my leadership know that I will not be in attendance October 25th for the Michigan State-Michigan game. Nor will I be in attendance on the 26th because I'll be on Liquid IV. So we'll definitely be in East Lansing for that game. But I'm just trying to see if I want to hit any other games. But overall, man, I'm excited for the season. This is the first year ever in life that I've actually cheered for Michigan. As my big bro, Big O, knows, during those times I usually don't speak to my mother because she's a Michigan grad. I'm a Michigan State grad, but we may be able to, you know, bring the family back together and mend those
Look, hey, we like you said, we watched that game together Saturday.
Uh-huh.
And you was getting as mad as I was. I'm looking
like that it was a good feeling to be all on one accord. You know what I'm saying? That's
like, really?
Yeah. So you know me, as much as I don't like Michigan, I love football, and fair is fair.
Right.
Like, you know, like there's been times there's been controversial stuff with, you know, Michigan State, and I'm like, he was down, and they're like, whose side are you on? And I'm like, dude, he was down. Like, it doesn't matter what side I'm on. He was down. Like, just play ball. Just get better. We were down. Now, if we get the call, I can't help that. But if you want the truth, yes, his knee was down. Like, and I'm like that no matter who. We watched the Lions, and they're like, this is BS, and I'm like, you know, he was out of bounds, man. His toe was out of bounds. I know you want us to win. I don't too much like wins off of cheating though. So if I see his toe was out of bounds, I'm gonna call it out of bounds. I would lose FanDuel a lot of money, because I would be honest. But
you said, wait a minute. You say y'all play who?
We play Boston College.
Why is that not showing up?
It's not.
Like third week it shows up y'all playing Youngstown
State.
But I don't know why it's not showing up on my.
You on ESPN?
No, I use Fox.
It should be showing up. We definitely play Saturday, like I said, at the same time. So wherever we choose to watch, we need them on one on each screen.
I'm gonna use on ESPN. I mean, I ain't doubting it, but I'm just like,
for sure.
I really thought that they had the week off.
So. But I just want to see some more consistency on the offense. I'm excited about these upcoming games. I mean, my prediction for the Michigan State game is we're going to win. I don't really have a prediction for the Michigan-Oklahoma game, because that's going to be the first true test. I will say that I think it'll be close. No matter what happens, I think it'll be close. Mm-hmm. So do you have any predictions for the outcome of that game?
A good game. That's
a good game. That's fair.
I mean, it'll be a good game. I mean, I think
that's fair.
I think we're going to be real excited with it.
Yeah. So, to wrap this up, who do you guys think looks more prepared for the grind of the Big Ten? Both Michigan and Michigan State are 1-0 with reasons to be optimistic. But if I have to pick the team that looks more ready for the wars to come, the edge has to go to the Michigan Wolverines. Michigan's performance in Week 1 simply showed a higher ceiling. The combination of a game breaker like Justice Haynes and the poised talent like Bryce Underwood gives them a dynamic offense with multiple ways to beat you. They can win with the quick strike or with the methodical drive. While their defense did bend a little, it also showed that it can create game-changing turnovers. Their path to the championship season depends on how fast their young quarterback can develop and if the defense can tighten up, but the raw materials are clearly there. Michigan State, on the other hand, established a very high floor. Their identity is crystal clear. They want to beat you up at the line of scrimmage with a punishing run game and a suffocating defense. Their win was a masterclass in physicality and discipline. And Frazier looks like a legitimate workhorse, and their defense looks like it could be championship caliber. The problem is the apparent lack of plan B on offense, which is mind-boggling to me why we couldn't score any more points against Western that next half. So the second half struggles are a huge red flag. Their formula will win them a lot of football games, but is it enough to beat the best teams on their schedule when they're forced to throw the ball to win? That's the billion-dollar question in East Lansing. Ultimately, Michigan's offensive balance gives them more ways to win right now. Michigan State's reliance on a single powerful identity makes them vulnerable. Both teams are going to be tough outs, but after Week 1, it's the Wolverines who look a bit more equipped for the battles ahead. But hey, that's just my take. Based on what you saw, which team impressed you more? Are you taking Michigan's offensive firepower or Michigan State's defensive dominance? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We want to know what you think. So for Blue Collar Blitz Podcast, again, I'm your host, Maverick. Take it easy.